Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori. And of course, it is Labor Day. Hope you guys didn't eat too much today because, it's the holiday and some people probably ate a lot today, but I hope you didn't eat too much. And of course, I have Chelsea Chamberlain in the building today. What's up, Chelsea?
Hello.
Chelsea, you know what? I can't hear you. No, Brian, I can't hear her. Hang on. Okay. Say something.
Oh, my mic wasn't on. That
Okay.
might have been the problem earlier.
Okay.
Remember when I said I couldn't hear myself?
Yes, that's what it was.
That might have been the problem earlier. Problem solved.
Well, welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast, and it's Labor Day. I hope you guys didn't eat too much, and it was a Mayo alumni weekend over the weekend, so we had a ball. And of course, Chelsea. Chelsea is with More Than Skin
Beauty Bar and Spa.
Beauties. I should know that, right?
You should as much as you're there. You should know that.
And I've been trying to get Chelsea on the show for about 2 years now.
It's been a long time. I came.
But listen, it was for a good reason. Because she's been busy, that good type of busy with work. So today we're going to, first, before we get into the topic at hand, I want Chelsea to tell us a little bit about herself and about her business.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Chelsea Chamberlain. I'm 28 years old, and I am an esthetician and owner of More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. What I do facials, dermaplaning, full body waxes, body scrubs, microdermabrasion, all that good stuff. So come see me.
So did you grow up as a little girl were you always fascinated by skin?
No. That happened when I turned 20. Maybe I was 23, 24. Okay. I wanted to be a veterinarian, Really? Yeah, I love animals. Like, I wanted to be a veterinarian so bad. Like, I went to Prairie View A&M, I was a veterinary medicine major. And then when we moved here, it was like difficulties with me transferring and all of that. And so my mom and my grandmother convinced me to look into nursing. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. And I like animals way better. So I was like, okay, God. And I was good at makeup and everything. So initially that's the reason why I wanted to go into skincare. And then when I went to school, it was like, well, you only get like 3 days worth of makeup, but They taught me so much more. Like, it's about the foundation. Your makeup can only look as good as the foundation of it. So, taking care of your skin. The skin is your biggest organ on your body, and people, it's the most mistreated as well. So I think once everybody gets an understanding and gets a good old learning of how to take care of the skin, we don't want to age quickly. We want to age gracefully. So, that goes with taking care of your skin.
Well, of course, my son and I are clients.
Yes.
And we're happy clients.
Clients. I appreciate y'all so much.
So I appreciate you so much. Now, today we're going to be talking about the subject. The subject at hand is going to be, now, if you are a member of Strong Tower, our church family, you know automatically what KYMS is. But if you don't, I'll tell you what it is. The topic for today is knowing when to KYMS, not allowing your flesh to take control. Now, Let me explain to you what KYMS is. KYMS is keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
Knowing that, and I'm going to let Chelsea speak on it, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I felt over the weekend.
Why don't you go first? Like, I gotta go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
okay. Well, you're the guest, so you're supposed to go first.
KYMS is hard for all of us.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's real hard for my big mouth.
Oh, God. So let me just say this. It's when you are on this Christian journey, a lot of times we have to place ourselves in situations where we have to KYMS. Not everything needs to be addressed. Not everything needs to be, because some people are emotional people, and sometimes you go through your feelings and you get upset about certain things, and we go to Facebook. And I always tell people, when you get upset, don't go to Facebook, don't post and send subliminal messages. But let me tell you what happened to me over the weekend. So Saturday, since Chelsea wants me to go first, it's supposed to be about the guests, but okay, since she wants me to go first, I'll go first. Okay, let me tell you about Saturday. I got an inbox message. And I normally typically do not check Messenger on social media. That's just not something that I do. But for some reason I checked it. And I will say this, I thank God that I watched PI on Saturday, and PI is prophetic impartation, which we have a Saturday morning service for church. And I thank God that I saw PI first before I saw the message, because had I not saw PI first, then my reaction would have been a whole lot worse. But the message was sent, the inbox message was sent at 7:30. PI starts at 9. I think it started at 9 or a little bit after 9. So I didn't see the message until after 10. So like I said, thank God I didn't see it prior to PI. So PI, the subject for PI this past Saturday was talking about gossip. So of course, some stuff came to my inbox, and I will say that I was upset. Typically, I don't allow things to upset me, but this past weekend, it upset me. Normally, I KYMS. I don't let things bother me, but let me tell you why. And one of my friends, I like to shout out to Tawana, because she was sitting with me on the bench. We was on the bench Saturday watching the parade at the PI. And also my friend Kendria, because Kendria called me like, Tori, why did you allow yourself to get out of character?
Yeah.
But let me tell you why I got upset. And all of us fall short sometimes. We let our flesh take control, and that's what I did. And I was thinking about this all weekend. Like, why did I let my flesh get the best of me? But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm the type of person, I believe in loyalty.
Okay.
I believe in integrity, and I believe in trust when it comes to friendships.
Yeah.
Now, when my trust is violated, it's hurtful. And what made it worse is it's easy for you to come for me. You could come for me all day long, however you want to come for me. I'm not going to say nothing. But what you're not going to do is involve my child.
Okay, listen, that's when we go too far. When you're the child or the household, when you do something to, we hear, girl.
Yes.
We've all been going through the same thing.
Listen, so when you if you mention my child, now granted, in 4 days, I'll be 45 years old. In 4 days. So the inbox was in reference to something that I did in my 20s. And they mentioned my child. That's what took me over the edge. Not only was the betrayal of my trust was violated, my child was mentioned. And of course, the flesh in me got upset. So yes, I did a live. Now it wasn't as bad as it could have been, because like I said, I saw PI.
Yeah.
I think PI is what saved me from saying some stuff that I wanted to say.
Y'all go knocking on some doors. That'd be what it is.
So
right
I think PI is what calmed me down, because PI was really good and PI was on point. And I thank God, like I said, I can't reiterate. I'm glad I saw that first, because I probably would have said a whole lot worse. But I didn't say it live. My friend that was sitting beside me, she said, Tori, just calm down. Because she's never seen me upset. She said, just calm down. She feel like it's like sometimes you can allow things to fester.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person, I may not say something now. I may not say something tomorrow. I'll let things pile up and pile up and pile up. And then when it pile up, then that's when I snap off.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. But like I said, my child was mentioned. So
yeah,
like I said, come for me, but don't come for my child.
Or come for my household. Like, you don't. Listen. I think we all kind of. Well, I know for me, I went through a similar situation soon. What was that, last week? And it wasn't even because a truth or the lie don't change nothing that God got for you.
Whew.
My friend, shout out to Diaria, told me that.
Yes.
Because it's not even the truth or the lie, it's where it came from. When it's somebody that ate at your table, that you fed, that you know what I'm saying? It's different when your loyalty is you trying it. Like you want to take me back to my 20s or my early teens to knock on some doors.
Right.
But thank God for my mother. I really, because when I said I wanted to, Jesus, like I wanted to show out, and I didn't care who, what, when, where, why. But then, you know, when things happen to us like that, when people drop off of stuff, we get warnings before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it be little things, you know, this person, you know, this ain't right. They done said this here, and you just like, you know, it ain't. But really, God saying, back up a little bit. Let me show you what's in the hand, because you're a little too close.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm trying to take you and where I'm trying to bring you to, you can't have that in your group. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that in your circle. And more importantly, when things like this happen, I thank God that it happened, because it not only showed me who was around me, or showed me who I put, you know, in certain things, but more importantly, it showed me the flaws in me, and it showed me who God is. Because a lot of times we will get so caught up in what they said, what they did to us, and get so mad, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, you need that moment where you got to vent.
Mm-hmm.
I got to call my mama. I got to call whoever. Let me get this out before I do. But then you have to go back and say, okay, God, like what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? It's not so much of who, okay, yeah, you brought it to this, like you brought it through this person, but what about the storm are you trying to teach me? You know what I'm saying? It's what's going on in the storm, because more importantly, yeah, you showed me who he, she, they are, but showing me who I am and my weaknesses in me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's that quick for me to go off of the rails and not KYMS, well, girl, you ain't as good as you thought you was. You need to back up a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's still some things I need to work on in you, but also it comes to say you can't do that when you're in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You really have to back up and not be upset of what comes with it. I say, okay, God, let me just KYMS, because you're going to handle it. Because if you have to bring up something in my past to make my present relevant,
right.
Listen, what is it in my future that you're trying to stop? Because just as easy as God and the good people in it can see it, so can the enemy. Right. But they just have two different, you know, it's two different things. One of them wants to propel you and one of them wants to stop you. Right. So who you going to let get the upper hand? So either I can KYMS and God, I can let you do what you going to do. Right. Because nothing that I want to do physically is what you going is worse than what you going to do spiritually. So I just have to be quiet and I have to KYMS and not hold my hand, you know what I'm saying? Not stop anything that I have going on just because of what's going on around me, because it was going to happen one way or the other. Right. It was going to come out one, you know what I'm saying? Things was going to happen one way or the other. And it probably could have came out earlier. Me and my mom was talking, if I would have listened a little earlier, but you know, we don't take them little, hey, leave it alone. Yeah. We hard-headed. You know, we don't take the little tiny little notes that he gives us. We got to wait until he really hurt our feelings. Ooh, like he hurts our feelings, our flesh. I'm like, okay, God, like why? Well, you ain't listen to me in the beginning. So now you a hard-headed child. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with some kids, whoopings work. Sometimes you got to take games and TVs. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just depends.
Oh, Lord. You preaching already. And this is the thing for me. Let me just say why I was so upset, because sometimes for me, I focus too much on the hurt. Yeah. I focus most on, you know, just like we're taught, take away the face, look at the spirit, you know what I mean? And I focus too much on the face. And sometimes I focus on the spirit, because it's like this past weekend, I'm thinking the same person that I'm encouraging, they stabbing me. Yeah. The same person that I had their back, they stabbing me.
They're the ones that's closest.
The same person, they call me when they need me, they stabbing me. And I'm like, really? And it's like the same people. I'm defending you in your absence, but you stabbing me. Okay. You stabbing me.
You stabbing me or stirring the pot. One of the two.
I'm just like, Lord.
You stirring the pot. One of the two. Which one you doing?
Let me go through some of the comments. We got a lot of comments.
Yes, but that's an unhealthy, that's an unhealthy relationship. You know, they stabbing me in my back and all of this, but if I back up a little bit, I would have seen that knife. Because you been had that knife hidden. It was either in your pocket, it was in your shoe. You was hiding it somewhere, but you was so close. I had you so close. I put you at such a standard, that I couldn't see it.
That was
so now God had to do something to say, okay, here, look, I ain't gonna let her stab you in the back. I'm gonna let her stab you in the front. So there ain't no way you can't deny that she stabbed you.
Right.
She got the weapon in her hand.
I'm gonna let
and you a fool if you go back.
I'm gonna let you see this comment. I was letting you, because you was speaking, you was talking good, so I had to move the comment. But you look at this comment. This comment is hilarious to me. You need to give some of the women in the PD area some tips on makeup. They're walking around here looking like zombies.
I barely wear it myself.
This is Mom.
Oh, hey, Mom.
He said, "Oh God, I thank you." And Quimby said, "You was turned in that live."
That was you.
Diaria, hey girl. Iris Robinson, yes, Lord, I thank you. I guess it's in the air, but God, I thank you. Here's Mom again. Back people up so you can see their hands. Some friends, folks, got knives, but it's all for God's glory. Separation brings impartation. Yes, it does.
Impartation and elevation.
Woo-hoo. Say so, chills. Right. What's in your future that the enemy wants to stop? So true. I'm just going through the comments, y'all. Right. God will break up every unhealthy relationship when you've been chosen with purpose. Because nobody can do it like God going to do it. Just KYMS and trust God to handle it. From Miss Tina. Woo cha. Right. So take the face away from the Judas spirit. Ava says, I no longer have expectations when it comes to people. You better say so. Oh, that was my problem, having expectations.
Yep. And when you expect yourself out of other people, that's when you go wrong.
Right.
And that's what I've definitely learned.
Betrayal is necessary. If Judas didn't come, Jesus couldn't go.
Yep.
And Tina says, the way Pastor preached Sunday, nobody can be trusted. What you talking about? Yep. And what I had to realize too is that when they brought up, like the situation they brought up was something that I did in my past. Like I said, I'm in my 40s now, and the stuff that they brought up was something I did in my 20s. And yes, I did it because I'm not perfect, but I'm like, Tori, why are you sweating it? Because that's not who you are today. And I keep hearing your dad say, God still has need of you. You may have did something then. You may have done something. I might have done something 5 minutes ago, but that's not who I am this very moment. And I had to realize that. And I was mad at myself for allowing them to take me to that point. Because I'm like, Tori, you are who you are. Right. And you have to realize everybody's not going to have the heart that you have. Yep. And I make the mistake of expecting me from people. Yep. Everybody's not going to do
everybody ain't going to do
just
like
because I'm not going to do it to you. Doesn't mean you're not gonna do it to me.
Yep. But I can choose whether or not to have you around me.
What you know what I'm saying?
I can forgive you and everything else, but you can't come back around me. Like you gotta stay, because if God allowed you to fall off, it was for a reason, and I would be the dummy to let you back in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just it's people are going to be people. You know what I'm saying? And it's not them, it's the spirit within them. So we just got to continue to pray and just not.
I'm looking at it, reading the comments.
Right, me too. I'm looking at it,
But here's the thing. Just like, and I say this often, you have to know, because there's some people that hurt me badly that they don't even know I know. They don't even know, I never changed. That's one thing about me. I'm not going to switch up on people. Yeah. Even though they switch up on me all the time, I'm not going to switch up on you, because just like I tell people all the time, you have to give people grace just like God gives us grace. And so that's what I've been doing. But like I said, y'all, I slipped and I fell. And this week I had to look back at myself. I was ready this past week. The old Tori was trying to resurface. The old Tori, the old Tori wanted to pull up. The old Tori wanted to lay some hands. Okay. I was like, oh my
pull
God.
Up, park the car, run up to the door, knock on it, and whoever answer getting it first.
Right.
That's
I was, oh my God, I was ready to pull up this weekend. I was like, Lord, please.
But it don't be worth it.
It's not.
It really doesn't. And then I think it's also, you have to think about the way that he does it. Like for me, when it happened, it was someone so close. I was like, God, whoa. Right. Like, okay, this is a storm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes God has to put you in a storm that you can't swim out of. You can't go find shelter. You can't get a boat and paddle your way out of. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come. And he's saying, I got to let you get wet. You know what I'm saying? I got to let the wind blow your wig off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To get you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And don't pay attention to what brought the storm here. Pay attention to what I'm trying to do in the storm. And I'm here with you. And you know what I'm saying? Like we said on Sunday, you know, he has royal authority over everything. Go say, okay. So you have to say, okay, God, you allowed this to happen. What you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Where you trying to get at? Like what is it? And what was meant for one way, if we keep our eyes focused and we realize that he gets the glory out of at the end, we'll be like, oh, okay, God, this is what you was doing. Because what they meant for it to be evil and what they meant to destroy my character, it did nothing but add more bricks to my foundation.
Say that again. Say that again.
Whatever they meant to put out there, the evilness or whatever negative thing was meant to destroy my character or destroy my household or whatever it was, it did nothing but add more bricks to my foundation. Because God is trying, and we talk about this, but God is exposing people in this season. You know what I'm saying? That he's showing, okay, let me show you who they are, and not even who they are, but let me show you how I'm not in them. You know what I'm saying? I said, God, you know, I really want friends that emulate you. I don't want to just call and go party. I don't want to just call when you want to do something, but let's just sit on the phone and have a conversation about a sermon we both listen to, something that can feed our soul. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when we ask for things like that, sometimes he'll rip all of our friends away from and be like, well, God, what happened? Well, you wasn't focused on me. Right. Now you see what was in the middle of what you was in the middle of. Now you see why you seeing everybody build a business and your business still ain't off the ground. Right. Now you see why people around you got a husband and you still look, you know what I'm saying? It's because of who you put around you and those spirits that you allowed into your house. So sometimes I just have to isolate you. You know what I'm saying? I have to pull you completely out of everything to say, okay, now look, now what you gonna do? You gonna be a dummy and go back? Or, you know, you're gonna allow me to navigate you. You're gonna allow me to bring people into your life that can really feed you and don't come with some secondhand agenda. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not coming to just get something from you. You know what I'm saying?
And that was my problem. I'm a giver, and I was allowing a lot of takers in my life. So let me go back some of the comments. Tasha says the person don't even be worth it. While you have a lot to lose, that person doesn't. That is so true. Ava says, I'm horrible at holding my tongue. You will know what I'm thinking, feeling. If you wrong me, I'll forgive you, but you cannot be present in my life. Absolutely. The Aria says, and when people do you wrong, you don't have to get back or change up who you are to get on their level. Continue to be you and watch how God will remove the ones who shouldn't be a part of your life. There's a blessing in the separation. Yes, Lord. Ava says, say it. Mama says a solid foundation. Yes, sir. A solid foundation. Exposure is definitely the season we are in. And Tammy says, yes, you better come on through, Chelsea. Chelsea coming through with. Now, matter of fact, I meant to pull up. You said something which was so good on Facebook. Let me see if I can pull it up without getting it. That was good to me. That was a whole you preached a whole sermon. Let me see if I can find it. That was good, Chelsea. That's why I said save some of that for the podcast. I mean, that was good to me. This is your post that you posted earlier, which really preached to my soul. I was like, okay, then. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, you say listen. Listen, like your mama said, listen. Elevation takes a certain level of separation. And if your eyes are not open to the things of God, the separation, if not in the right mind, will make you feel isolated. But sometimes God has to isolate you, take you away from every and anything. And it don't always feel good. No, it don't. It hurts like, you know, I'm about to cuss, right? It hurts real. Let me just say it hurts real bad. Yes. To ensure that where he's about to take you, what he's about to birth in you and through you will not be corrupted, manipulated, misused, or destroyed because of what we allow in our lives. He has to be able to trust us, and not just because we want his hand to move, but because we deserve the things of him. Don't get upset when things and people fall off. Celebrate because you can go high heavy. That was a word. You see, I'm getting teary-eyed because I'm just thinking about how this past, I would say the past 5 years pruning, people just falling off. And I'm just looking around, just like you did a couple weeks ago, Sunday. You said, I look around, I don't see, and I'm just looking around. I'm just like,
you ain't got no friends, or what you thought was friends.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm like,
and you like, God, what is it? Like, you got to be like, is it me? Like, what, why? You know, especially when I'm coming from a genuine place, you know, and I'm like, God, what's wrong?
That what makes it hurt most. More because you coming from a genuine place and they had a hidden agenda. Yeah. That makes it hurt because I'm not going to even lie. I'm be transparent. Like, this past weekend when that happened Saturday, my friend Tawana said, Tori, it's not worth it. And like I said, my friend Kendria called and she's like, Tori, don't you let nobody get you out your care. Don't you be going live. Now I slipped up and I said, I tell people all the time not to go to Facebook. Yeah, I went live, but I didn't say the live. But like I said, the live could have been a whole lot worse had I not saw PI that morning. And then the other thing is that when it comes from the people closest to you, that what makes it hurt so bad. And I know I always do things from a genuine place. Yeah. Like, I'm the type of person, if I do something for you, I get mad if you tell people what I did, because I don't, you know how some people do things and they post it, they got to post it on Facebook, they got the video. Why are you doing it if you're doing it from the right place? I mean, I tell people all the time, if I do something for you, please don't tell nobody. Yeah. That's just, I just want to do it to, you know what I'm saying? It's not or when they, you know, when they are in that place to where they want to this, that, and the other, and be like, okay, well, did you tell them what I did for you? Right. That's what I really want to say, but you ain't tell them that I paid for this, that, and the other, and did this, and let you borrow this, and this, that, and the other. But then I'll be wrong. That part. And then I'll be wrong. They're not gonna tell that part. That's when the KYMS come in, because oh Jesus, you know, it's but what we learn is like, this is a lonely walk. It is. And you have to be okay with people falling off, because I'd rather you fall off now than later. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or have me running in circles, doing a test over and over again because I didn't let you go. Right. And you were supposed to, you were supposed to, I was supposed to be let you out my life. Right. But because you're a good person, and because you come around and you manipulate and you misuse me and you destroy what something I've put out there, then you want to come back and say, I'm sorry. Right. And then my crazy tail self let you back in. Listen. So then I'm in the same predicament right now again, going around in the same cycle repeats until you say, you know what, God, all right, you separated me for a reason, because this ain't the first time it happened. You know what I'm saying? I've learned, I've went through the same situation that I went through at 28. I went through the same thing in high school. I went through the same thing in middle school. And, you know, I'm like, God, okay, so what is it? You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm calling you to be different. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're can't set apart. And when you have such, just like you, when you have such an inviting spirit and everybody loves to be around you, that comes with the good and the bad. Because like we say, we both can see them. So now it's up to you to ask God, okay, God, I need you to give me discernment to separate what's good and what's bad, because I attract everything. Because everybody loves to be around you. You can talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can hang out with anybody. You sitting at a bar and Mr. John over here, you start talking to Mr. John, then Miss Susie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's an inviting spirit. And we have to be careful, because we can invite anything in. And then we're looking crazy like, okay, God, well, why isn't this happening? And why isn't that? You done invited too much in. You never asked me, okay, who's who? So until you start to ask me that, and so until we start to figure some things out, when you start to have a conversation with me, then I'll start doing. Until then, you're gonna still keep putting these same people around you until you get it right. And I think that, and I had just got tired of that. I said, okay, God, now I'm tired of this. I'm over feeling like this. And then who I listen to, like, shout out to Sarah Jakes. I love Sarah Jakes. I do too. Like, when I say she breaks things down completely for me and helps me understand things that I wasn't, that's going on. Right. And since we're going through, how we say we're hurt, it was a close friend and this, that, and the other. Sometimes you got to go to God with that. You do. Because it's I had to really go to God and say, okay, God, I got a little issue with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got a little out because I'm hurt.
I'm mad. I'm upset. I feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? And all he trying to do is say, well, I've been trying to get you to tell me that for the longest. Not to just tell me, but have a conversation with me so I can replace that.
Right.
And show you what you're missing, and then bring people around you that can not just feed your flesh, but feed your spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what those so-called friends have done, was feed our spirit. Whether we did worldly things or not worldly things, it wasn't spiritual and godly things.
Right. And you know, something else you said too, a lot of times it's crazy that people will dislike you because they're upset or jealous of how people love on you.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy to me.
They don't like you and don't know why. And it's why? Because she I don't know why she like. Do you know her? No, I don't know her.
And then what kills me too, with some people, they don't take the time to get to know you. They're gonna feed off what somebody tells them. I'm not like that, because I'm quick to cut people off. Well, Tori, this person is. Why are you around this person? I get to know people for myself.
Yeah.
I don't care what you said. If you got an issue, that's y'all issue, whatever.
Issue.
Keep that over there. I'm getting coached. Keep that over there. I don't want that issue. I'm going to get to know you for myself. But some people want you to get on their team because you don't like them. They want you not to like them. And you ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. Yeah, I'm gonna go through some of the comments.
Both do that now.
Oh, Jesus.
So now the only thing, like my mama or who was my dad, one of them said, so now the only thing that they got in common is not liking you.
Right. Exactly.
So y'all don't like each other, but y'all like each other for the moment to figure out why everybody like me.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
That's stupid.
Real dumb. You little real fool.
They fall off when you grow. Be okay with that. I'm learning to be okay with that. But Linda says, yes, Chelsea, come from a genuine place. Tasha says, my journey has allowed people to fall off, and God has replaced them with people who can elevate you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Oh, they don't tell you what they did. Well, they don't. They don't. And Diaria says, sometimes they don't start off with a hidden agenda. They allow the wrong spirit in, and that spirit is trying to distract you from your destiny.
Agreed.
That is so true.
Right now.
Oh Lord, there's so many comments. I'm trying to keep up, Chelsea. Hold on. I think I lost my place. Wait a minute. There's so many. Okay. And Diaria says, take the face away from the spirit. I'm catching up on the comments, y'all. Yeah, your daughter is preaching today. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. That's Kabaya, Christ Jackson, Jaquita. Ain't she preaching? I'm in here cheating, so
I can see your teeth from here, Quita.
But Linda says, yes, when you are light, you attract the good and bad because you are illuminating. They're attracted to the glow. That's when you need spiritual discernment. Yes, indeed. Belinda says yes to Sarah Jakes.
Yes, I love Sarah Jakes.
Tasha said this, and is that Quimmy Cop? Us men don't have all these issues. We see when someone with some nonsense is in our presence. Y'all women are blind. Y'all don't even, you know what?
Sir,
you know what? Men have issues sometimes as well. Light will definitely
their issue. They don't admit they have an issue. Okay.
Light will definitely attract everything. Try to see. Yes, Tor. I don't know what I said, but I remember you told me this. And Tasha says, go off to listen. I have to go out from time to time. And your mom says, right, get to know people for yourself. Tina says, people don't know how you the next Sarah Jakes. You just keep spitting that word like your mom. Yes, Miss Tina, she is. She just don't know it yet. Yes, let me get to know someone for myself. God in time will tell. Your mom says people carry a spirit of discord. God hates that spirit that separates relationships.
Yes.
And the last comment, sir.
Sir, y'all the last to see it. Yes.
Okay. Say so. That part.
Yes. That's why we help.
And sometimes, and some men have the issues more so than we do. Mm-hmm. But you're right; they don't.
We just express it more.
Yeah, we express it more, and also and then I also got to say, I have 2 male friends that also got me back together this weekend as well. I have 2 male friends that check on me, make sure that I'm good. So I like to appreciate them. They know who they are without me calling their names. They call and check on me from time to time. So I really appreciate that. But sometimes it's so hard for me. I can't speak for everybody, but it's hard for me when I put some people, sometimes I put them on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I be like, Really?
And them the ones that God used to knock the draws off of you. I promise you, you defending them like they came out your womb,
right?
And they the same age as you. Yep. But it's necessary.
It's very necessary. And then let me tell y'all about this situation. Now, this happened to me probably a couple years ago. Okay, you know how you're talking to someone on the phone, and that's why I'm in the habit of making sure I hang the phone up. Mm-hmm. But I was on the phone talking to someone, and they thought they hung up the phone, but they didn't hang up the phone, right? They didn't hang up the phone, and they thought they called somebody else. Mm-hmm. And they was talking about me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, what happened was how it was. They didn't hang up the phone. They was in the car with this person. They thought they hung up the phone. So they started having a whole conversation about me. Well, Tori did this. And Tori, I'm like, what? And I'm like, hey. And I'm saying, hey. But they thought they hung up the phone. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming their phone must have been in their pocket or something. Because they couldn't hear you.
Or didn't hang up. Mm-hmm.
And it was just hard on, talking about me. But so I listened. And so, but when I saw them again, I didn't switch up. I said, hey girl, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Like I said, some of it to this day, some people will never know that I know what you said. Yeah. I know what you did, but I'm not going to.
And I still be around certain people, every day that I know you done said something. But I say this all the time, mind the business that pays you. Right. And God had to tell me the same thing, mind the business that pays you. You worried about the wrong thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That ain't your business. What they say is what they say. People gonna talk about you even after you dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I can give to my mama and my daddy. I don't care what you say about me. That's fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. Like I said, the only thing what took me, like we talked about the situation when you came from my household or you come from my child or something like that, that might raise a little hair up on the back of my neck, but I'm still gonna remember who I am and whose I am and what's the attack for. I
think I'm still gonna act crazy when it comes to my child. Yeah, don't come to my child.
And I still, this still normal to let you know. Okay, yeah. Let me get you together real quick. Cause see what you're not gonna do. And see, the great thing is, you learn how to go off on people in a real godly, nice way. Because I can tear you apart with my words and not say a cuss word. Right. I ain't got to cuss you out and say nothing, but you're going to think twice before you do that. But see, when you certain like for me, you know what I'm saying? That probably just as bad. So I'd be like, well, Lord, I ain't use no cuss words. I ain't say nothing. I ain't go in like, I could go in. You know how I get down. God said, but you still said something. I told you to KYMS.
Right. Right.
And you wondering why you still going through the same test over and over and over.
That's what my friend told me when I went live. I said, I didn't say nothing too bad. She said, Tori, you didn't even curse, but you still said something.
But you still said something. And that's what I said. Sometimes you just gotta, that ain't even, it ain't even worth doing that, because that spirit gonna eat you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you come out of a genuine place and God knows your heart, he's gonna deal with what concerns you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's in the right, but if somebody, he gonna deal with that. And it's not my business of how he dealt with it. It ain't my business of what you said. Mm-hmm. Just know I know you said something, but I'm not gonna change who I am and the position that I play. And I'm supposed to play, you know what I'm saying, to stroke your ego or stroke my flesh. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just have to, that's what I've definitely learned the hard way. And that's the thing, when he got to teach you the hard way, because like my mom says, obedience is better than sacrifice. And when he has to, especially when he knows we value our friends, mm-hmm. especially when we come to a genuine place. So you weren't obedient to what I said in the beginning. So here come the sacrifice. Right. Either way, you're going to do what I said. Either way, it's going to happen the way that I said it. So either you can do it willingly mm-hmm. or unwillingly. And I said, God, I'm over this unwillingly thing. Because you just break me down to nothing. Like he said, but that's you a hard-headed child. That's what, until till I ain't got to beat you no more. And all I got to do is say, hey, and give you a look mm-hmm. till you get it together. Right.
And you said what you basically sum up what I was about to say. I was going to say we have to humble ourselves mm-hmm. before God humbles us. Yeah. Because when he humbles us,
it don't feel good. Woo-hoo. It don't feel good.
Let's go through some of the comments. Your mom says, I appreciate every storm. That's when you see who's who. The Money says, yo, that's Darian.
Oh, what's up, Darian?
Brittany says, never put anyone on a pedestal. Learn that lesson before, honey. Yes, Brittany. Yes. And Brittany says, hey, y'all. Hey, Brittany. Your mom says, God allow you to hear that he will not have us ignorant. Absolutely. Ava says, I'm not for everybody. I'm so okay with that.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's the thing.
I had to learn I had to learn that I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I promise you. I'm very few people's because I'm a lot. It takes a lot to be my friend, and it takes a lot to even be around me. And I know that. So that's why I be like, well, God, just bring around people that just, I'm not going to filter myself. I'm a filter slightly, just depending on where we are. But I'm not going to water myself down to fit in a puzzle that I'm not even a piece of. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing. We try to fit in here and fit in there and be cool over here and be cool with them over there. Why? Because like we said, we alike. We attract so much. So we want to be, oh, I'm cool with you and cool with you and cool with you and we good and all of that. But the fact of the matter is, I really can't be cool with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really can't be cool with you. But because I can't see it, now God has to do something to say, now you ain't going around them.
Right.
You won't even be comfortable around them.
Right.
He'll make us uncomfortable around people, or he will make people uncomfortable around us. And that's what I found. That's the biggest thing. Ooh. When God makes you, because again, I'm not going to change who I am, but when God makes you uncomfortable around me, I ain't going to have to stay away from you because you're going to stay away from me. Because you're going to see, trust me, you're going to see me before I see you, and you're going to cut left. That's when I know I'm on the right path. When you cut left, okay, hey,
you all in one of me and Brittany's conversation. Me and Brittany talked about that. Like, there's certain people I know they can't be in my presence, and then when they see me coming, they go in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, we talked about that. And Brittany says, folks will talk about you from the womb to the tomb.
Yep.
Wait a minute, from the womb to the from the womb to the tomb. Your mom says, I don't care what you say or how you feel. That's their problem and none of my business. Your mom says, right, Tora, he will humble you. Miss Belinda says, God is our best investigator. He will bring us everything we need to know. Yes, he will.
Yes.
I'm a lot. They would say I'm a lot, and I definitely will not lessen my light to accommodate someone's insecurities. And I was guilty of that. I was guilty of watering myself down to make other people comfortable.
And we'll even do that.
And I still do that sometimes.
Yeah, and if we're not careful, we'll do that with our family. We'll do that with our children. We'll do that with our husbands or wives, or we'll end up watering ourselves down and dimming our light when that's not what we're supposed to do.
Right.
We're supposed to bring them to where we are, not stopping. If they get left behind, hey, you're gonna be paying catch up, because I can no longer afford. You get to a point where I'm a person who you can't back me in a corner and me not swing my way out. Physically, mentally, emotionally, you don't back me in a corner. And God said, now I'm trying to teach you, when you get backed into a corner, not fight while bringing your hands out, but bring them up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I have to figure out how. Now God's teaching me how to deal with things better. God is teaching me when to KYMS and when to say something, when to pull back and when to, because even though I know something, I ain't got to speak on it.
Chelsea,
I don't have to speak on everything I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to that but I'm not going to speak on everything I know, but I will make an action with what I know. Because when I don't use what I know to better myself or better a situation, that's me watering myself down. When I know better and I choose not to do better, I'm watering myself down. When I know this person is not good, it's just something about them that just, but I still choose to go over there. I'm watering myself down. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways of us watering ourselves down, and we will do it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we got to stop it.
Woo, you're stepping on my toes right now. Let me go back through some of the comments. Your mom says, it takes a lot that want to be my friend, because I don't go along to get along. I'm that friend that will tell you the truth. Yes. I need them type of friends. I love them type of friends. Belinda, this is so much confirmation. Y'all saying a lot. Thank you, Belinda.
My mom. I'm sorry, my mom. I'm reading my mom's all the way.
Oh, she slow down. And Jessica Jenner said, "That's good. Jessica, kiss the baby for me."
Hey, Jess.
Belinda says, "Yes." Ava says, "So true, Chelsea." Miss Belinda says, "And nothing but the truth." Diaria, that's good. Jessica, my God. we trying to speak. I want to be real. Like, I can't sugarcoat stuff like I've been doing.
Yeah, you gotta let it. You gotta let it out, because that hinders you, and that stops
Lord.
you from. Because if I don't say nothing, or even if I don't say nothing but stay around it, I'm agreeing with it.
Right.
I'm agreeing with it, and me agreeing with something is again allowing something into my life, whether I can physically see it or not. Like I can't afford it, and I want something from God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want and to desire things from God. And like I said in my post, he can't give it to us because he can't trust us.
Right.
Like when I said God dealt with me with that thing about giving you something that I can trust you with, because it's not you carrying, it's what you're carrying.
Right.
And it's spiritually, and we're talking about, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? So he really worked on me with that thing. Like, what you gonna do? What you gotta, okay, I'm trying to give you something. And you know it when things start happening, when God starts dropping people off and people at your job start acting crazy and all these things start to happen. I said, okay, God, you trying to get me somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to, what these tests are coming for a reason. You trying to bless me with something. You trying to see if you can trust me with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. We always got to focus on instead of focusing on the hurt, focus on the lesson.
Focus on the lesson behind it. Because when we don't get the lesson and we don't understand it, we're going to keep going through the same thing. We're going to keep fighting the same demons. We're going to keep going over the same battles and everything until we get it right. Like, I listened to Sarah Jackson when I said, I love that girl. And she said something that really resonated with me. She said, God will close our womb to force us to open our mouths.
That's powerful.
And I was like, God, like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll be what you mean open my womb? Okay, so he's saying, well, everybody around you, and you'll think about it. Look, she ain't doing right. How her business doing this, that, and the other. They ain't married. How they got a baby? You know what I'm saying? They live in an apartment. How he got a 2021 something? You know what I'm saying? God, why isn't in this area I can't produce? You know what I'm saying? Why have you shut my womb in this area? And God says, I'm trying to open your mouth. I'm trying to force you to open your mouth. And for me to do that, I have to when we open our mouths, it comes from what's on the inside of us. So God is trying to say, so what is on the inside of you? I need to hear what's on the inside of you to make sure that when I do give you what is in my hand, that you're going to treat it right. That you're going to trust me with it. You know what I'm saying? So when those trials and tribulations come, like with whoever did this, that, and God said, here, I'm trying to give you this, but look what you just did. I gotta put this back in my pocket. Right. Let me shut your womb real quick.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's.
I gotta put this comment on the screen. Look at this.
Oh gosh.
I had to put that on the screen. Now, let me go back to this one. Creamy Cop says, I'm going to speak on everything because I don't want anyone to think it's all good when it's not. And Jessica says, hey ladies, kiss her now. Thank you, Jess. Belinda says, yes, no more watering down, Belinda. Mr. Laura says, too much weight to carry. That is absolutely right. And Darren says, y'all really emptying the bag. Yes, we going in. We going in today. Miss Belinda says, sugar's not good for you anyway. It sure is not. It sure is not. And let me see. Hold on. Tammy says, I love this transparency. God, I trust you, but can you trust me? Yes, absolutely.
That's the thing. Like,
Quimby Cop says, I trust that people are going to be people. We are sinners and we make mistakes. We hold each other to qualities that we don't have ourselves. That's true. I've done that myself.
Yep. That's for accountability. That's why you find somebody that's going to hold you accountable, that's going in the same direction as you.
Absolutely.
That's where accountability holds.
Absolutely. Ava says, when I haven't spoken my truth, I felt like I was betraying that person I'm blessed to be. That is so true. So I say a prayer, center myself, and go to the person with a genuine heart. How it's received after I've put myself in check is no longer my concern. That is so true. I had to really come to terms with that. Like, it's not my problem if they don't receive it, especially like I keep saying, if you coming from a genuine place, it's not my problem how they don't, if they don't receive it.
Ain't my problem what you do with the information. I did my part and I gave you the information. Jesus. And how you deal with it is between you and God.
And Miss Tina was agreeing with your mom. You sound like your mama. And introducing evangelist Kajela Chamberlain. Okay,
bye, Miss Berlinda.
That's too funny. That is too funny. But I'm telling you, you have no idea. Just a short time that I have been at Strong Tower, I have seen the growth. When I tell you 2 weeks ago, you had me crying. I actually watched that snippet right before I came today.
Oh, really?
You don't understand how you was in the vein that day.
Yeah. Well.
And since that day, you've been in the vein. Like, I'm seeing you constantly evolve. And even I don't even know if you realize it, but even with your business, it's a ministry. It's so relaxing. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't even put it into words. Like, cause I was scared when I first came. I was scared the very first time. I was scared, but it's like, you just put us at ease. My son was nervous. But now he already asked me yesterday, you made my appointment, man. Listen, I told you my birthday coming. You ain't going to see Chelsea on my birthday. Listen.
Don't do him like that.
But listen, he already said, you made my appointment. But for real though, your business is such a ministry.
Amen.
Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like when I go there, like I can be stressing about something, but you relax us. And I remember one particular day, me and my son was having an issue or whatever. But when we both left that day,
and you know,
right. I'm like, well, what's that man about?
That's good.
So it is truly a ministry. Like, if y'all haven't booked Chelsea yet, you're missing out.
Please,
she is like the best esthetician. I stand behind her. I don't even want nobody touching my face. No. Listen. Oh my goodness. But let me go back to some of the comments.
I love what I do. I really, really do.
And that makes a difference.
I enjoy what I do, and it is a ministry. It really is. It is, and I appreciate what you said about seeing the growth. When you make up your mind, and that's where that transformation and that growth came from, like to truly make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? To say, okay, God, I'm at my breaking point. Like, I'm tired of doing the same thing over again. I'm tired of the same. I'm tired of playing the same game. Yes, different players, but this is the same game, and I keep losing. You know what I'm saying? I keep it's like I feel like I'm winning at one point, and then it's just like straight to jail.
Right.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go straight to jail.
Absolutely.
And you have to get to that breaking point when it's just like, okay, God, I'm over it. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And He will break it. Like He gon' sometimes if we don't listen, He'll use something that's just catastrophic or what we feel like is catastrophic to get our attention.
Right.
And say, okay, now you done.
Listen.
And I think that's what God said. Yeah, now you're done.
And this is what Daria said. She said, yes, she has. We know, you know better. Okay, wait a minute.
That's supposed to be when you know better.
When you know better, child, I ain't got my glasses. When you know better, you do better. And actually submit, God will give you the eyes, spirit, and words you need for your life and even to help others. Yeah, I probably done butcher up your comment, child. I'm sorry. She said win. Yeah, she said supposed to be win. And Tammy says she's speaking what was always there. I love it.
Amen.
Absolutely. And it's that mindset. Yes, sir, Miss Tina. I'm talking about yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, Miss Tina. That mindset. It's all about that mindset. And I've noticed, let me see. Ava says, I hear nothing but great things about you. Way out here in Colorado. Auntie loves you, and I'm so proud of you. Yes, you are definitely evolving. Like I've seen it. But I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you the honest God truth. When I first went to, and shouts out to Brittany for inviting me to Strong Tower when she moved into the building. And what attracted me and kept me going when I first came through the door, what was so inviting was your smile and your mother's smile. And the same smile that y'all had when I first came to Strong Tower, y'all still have that same smile. Yeah. Like, it's authentic. You could tell when people are not genuine. Yeah. Like, I've been to a lot of churches, and everyone is not authentic. Mm-hmm. People will change. They'll switch up on you real quick. Yep. Switch up on you real quick. Real quick. But but the two of you have had the same smile from when I've entered the door. It has never changed. So yeah. And then your mom said, shout out to Brittany Renee. Yeah, Brittany said, come to church. And when Brittany told me to come, I waited about a month. I said, I'm coming, Brittany. So that Sunday when I made up my mind to come.
Listen, Strong Tower ain't nothing but the truth. Yeah. If you don't want the truth, the tower ain't for you, because it's gonna be the truth whether you like it or not. Okay.
And just says, if I still live in Florence, I would be right at Strong Tower. I already know it. And Belinda says yes to the Grove in Chelsea. Yes, absolutely. And your mom sends hearts. But yeah, I definitely see the Grove, because, and it's like, but I've never seen you until like, you know, like I'll see your posts every once in a while. Mm-hmm. You say when somebody tick you out, but for the most part, for deliverance. Yeah, but for the most part, I would never know that you got that side of you if I didn't see some of your posts. Like, who made Chelsea mad today? Yeah. But other than that, you're always smiling. Yeah. You're always so kind and genuine and pleasant. Like I said, I wouldn't know that side of you if I didn't see you know.
I try to keep her very deep down, because Jesus, she's something different. She's non-existent no more. Okay. We're going to completely get rid of her. We got rid of her. She gone.
And Giara said, SCCM. Yes, sir. And Tina said, don't come. And your mom says, if you don't want the truth, stay out of the top. Absolutely. If you don't want the truth. And here's the thing. And Cornelia says, I love Coco. I love nothing but the truth. Absolutely. And one thing about it, when you're under the leadership of people that's going to tell you the truth, you have to be able to handle correction.
Yes.
If you can't handle correction, then what you're saying is basically you're not trying to grow.
You have to accept correction and accountability.
Right.
You got to be able to accept both, because neither one feels good. Truth be told, let's if somebody holds you accountable or something, well, girl, why was you there? Well, who is you questioning?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's that flesh that like to ride up. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody say, well, or correct you. Now look, this is what you did wrong. Well, who you talking to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It both can. You have to be able to take both of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in ministry.
Right.
Like ministry is not for the weak. Okay.
It's not.
Ministry is not. Let's be clear. This walk is not for the weak.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. You don't have to be in leadership to understand. If you're truly into saying, okay, God, whatever it takes, that's not for the weak.
Right.
Because we ask God for things and be upset at the vehicle he used to get us there. He said, but this is what you asked for. You asked for the truth. You asked for my truth. And now I'm showing it to you in every area of your life. And we can't take that. You know, sometimes we can't take that. That's naturally and spiritually. We can't take the truth. When God shows us our truth, now we want to be like, well, who he talking to? You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You know, but it's like, okay, God, you really showing me. That's correction. That's holding you accountable when you know you were supposed to do something and ain't nobody around, but you feel that little, I'm so uneasy. I just feel that's that accountability. He holding you accountable for what you said. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's on both correction and accountability. I promise you that's in any area of your life.
Yeah, and that's what your mom says. She was talking about this correction and accountability. And Miss Tina says peace. And Brittany says have to accept correction and accountability. Brittany also says ministry is not a place for your feelings to thrive. Gotta get delivered from your feelings. Man, let me tell you something. Your feelings will betray you every single time. And Coco says, Lord, that old me done learned back then. I thank God I know how to accept, correct, and do and be better. Belinda says yes, because accountability and correction. Woo, Jesus. The Arya says, when they give us the truth, it's not them, it's God. Take the face away from the spirit. In this case, it's the spirit of God. So if you mad at what they said, take it up with God and said it, and he said it through them. And Miss Belinda says the weak may be called, but they show enough ain't chosen, not for true ministry. Absolutely. Yep. And Coco says delivered. You gotta be delivered, because I was one of those people, and I will admit, like, if someone come to me and try to correct me, I had this bad thing, which I'm getting better. I think I still do it sometimes, but I would be living in offense. Yeah. Like, every little thing would offend me. And it's like, and I'll be honest, because like a lot of people from Strong Tower are watching. Let me be honest, but let me tell you why it took me so long. Let me tell you why it took me long. Now, I knew that the tower is where I needed to be. I mean, their handwriting was on the wall, but I felt like I needed to be perfect, because there was some areas in my life I still needed to work on. And I'm be honest, I was scared, like, your mama could see stuff. I was like, man, if I walk by Miss Angela, boy, she gonna see, she gonna smell. The more you run, the more she sees. So like, just go ahead and run up and just get in the face, because baby, you run. It's just like you running with a red flag, waving in front of a bull's face. She just like, I see you, you know? And then it's like one day she said, hey, Tori. And I said, oh, Lord, what God done told her. Okay, that'd be your child. When she texts me or call me, I'd be like, okay, is this a regular call, or is it what I did? Did I do something? Right. God, what she done told her. I was scared. But now that I have, like, I thank God for my prayer partner. Quita's my prayer partner. Oh, you got a good prayer partner. Quita is my prayer partner. Of course, Brittany, me and Brittany talk a lot. Tammy calls me out on my stuff. Like, she'll call me like, Tori, now you know that wasn't right. She calls me out on my stuff. So I am grateful that I have people that's going to call me out on my stuff, hold me accountable, and correct me when I'm wrong. Whereas in my past, they would have people that would co-sign my foolishness. But I got people that go call me, now, Tori, you know that wasn't right. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have done that. And I thank God for not only my sisters and brothers in Christ at the tower, but also God has strategically placed some people that I wouldn't automatically, because remember we used to have this, and I think it's so stupid, because I used to say this too. People used to say no new friends. But sometimes it take a new friend. Who don't know you, who don't know your backstory, and who don't, you know what I'm saying? And the people that he is placing in my life, I would not, if I had that still had that mindset, we wouldn't be friends. I would have never been like, I'm calling you every day. Let me tell you something. When God, and I'm gonna use, because Diari on the line. Let me tell you something now. Me and Diari have known each other for almost all of our lives. Since I was 10 or something like that. So I love Diari to death. But Lord no, Diari knows she worked my nerve. She worked my everlasting last nerve. Okay. But when me and her decided to really change our mindset, I talk to her every day. She still get on my nerves. Don't get me wrong. But in my head, I'm like, I would have never, in my natural mind, I'm like, I would have never, I love her and whatnot, but we ain't talking every day, because she know I like talking to her every day. But now, you know what I'm saying? Because we have such the same, we're going in the same direction, and we can, it's different now. You know what I'm saying? So when God brings them people in, or somebody who was already there, but you couldn't see their true intentions, you couldn't see the God in them, because so much foolery was around you or around y'all. But now when he plucks you out, it's like, okay. So that's why you can't get mad when the friends around you falling off, because although it may not seem like it, he's replacing them, and he's replacing whether he pulls away, whether he snatch away 8 of my friends and only replace it with 1. Well, in that 1, I have more in that 1 friend than I had in that 8. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, we have to really look at what God is doing, and not just him doing it or how he's doing, or the fact our feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that be the thing. Like, I was like, God, my feelings hurt. Like, I know you ain't did this. Like, what I do? And like, you tripping? You like, worry about your feelings? Like, you know how I'm saving you? He said, "Are you serious? Like, is you in your feelings?" Okay, and then he said, "Okay, well, let me show you this. Is you still in your feelings?" You know what I'm saying? And for a minute, we'll be like, okay. I said, but God, you know what? You doing something. You got to talk yourself out of that thing. Like, you'd be like, okay, God, I'm going to give it to you. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm this, that, and other. He said, okay, now let me replace that.
look at truly what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll start to slowly replace that. He'll slowly start to give you, things, and realize, well, you know what this, whatever it came to do, it definitely didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God really changed that thing because he has royal authority over everything, which is what we found out. That's what reign means. You know, he reigns over everything. He has royal authority over everything. So it's time for us to take our hands off of things and stop trying to hold on to things that God is really trying to pull away. And I really believe in this season, it's people. Like, we hold ourselves, we attract and we attach ourselves to people so much, especially now because of this COVID and the pandemic. You know, we're even more, you know what I'm saying? And God's saying, look, I'm trying to keep you in quarantine.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to keep you away from everybody, but yet and still you want to connect to every and anything. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to push you into a place where you don't want to, and that's what God did to me. He put me in a place where I don't want to be around nobody. Like, I don't want to be around nobody. But him and my husband.
It's funny that you say that, because I was like, my birthday is Friday. I went through, like, earlier today, I was going through like a depressed state. And I was just telling people to meet me Friday for my birthday to help me celebrate. But now I just want to be by myself.
Yeah.
I just want to be by myself on my birthday.
My husband posted something today. He said, what did he say? He said something about staying out the way is a different type of peace.
Yes. It is.
You know what I'm saying? Staying out the way, staying away from you realize how much you've allowed in your spirit when you step out of things.
Right.
You understand, okay, this is why I'm feeling why am I sad? That don't belong to me.
Right.
Why am I upset? Like, it was for me. I was angry. Like, I had told my husband one time, I said, I just want to fight. Like, I'm so mad. And he was like, I don't know, like, I'm mad. But that don't, I'm around things and around spirits that don't belong to me. Right. But because I'm a light, everything attracts to me. So I've taken on the angry spirit. I've taken on the spirit of depression, and it don't belong to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we really have to, not to dim our lights, but we need to remember them back in the day when they had the fly traps and it was the really bright light with the cage on top of it. I said, God, that's what I need to be. I need to be that little, that extremely bright light with the cage on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I need you to flip it. I need you to keep everything bad out.
Right.
And the people that needs to be in my life, come and do that. Get on the light.
Right.
I don't want you to burn stuff, but come and get on the light. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I want to keep everything else, away from me.
Right. Absolutely. Let me go back through some of the comments. Ava says, I can take correction and accountability, but sometimes you got to look at the source. This is true.
That is true.
Your mom says, yeah, running will get you seen real. I already know. And she said, Quita is the truth. Yes, she is. And Tammy Williams will check you. Yes, she will. Yes, and she that is not me calling you out. Stop saying that. It's God. yeah, Tammy. Yeah, God in you. Tasha says, yes, you need friends. And Brittany says, Tammy will call you out now. I'm grateful. And Jaquita is a great friend, and I pray with you. Yes, she does. Quita sends me stuff, and I done lost my place again. Quita sends me stuff every morning. And Tammy says, wait, prophetess, in a good way, only when God says so. Tasha says, oh, I think I hit that one already. And Diaria says, girl, she laughing. And Tammy says, yes, she is. And Diaria says, I'm about to cry. Miss Belinda says, those who love you for real are right before your eyes. And I'm glad that she said that, because I was guilty of, like, when if I'm hurt by people, I would shut everybody out, including the ones that genuinely love me. So I tell people all the time, I've learned to, instead of putting up walls, because when you put up walls, you cutting everybody out. So what I do now, I put up gates so you can let people in, let people out. The ones that are not good for you, let them on out. And the ones that are good for you, let them stay in. So I'm learning that.
And a wall keeps everything from coming in, and it stops things from going out too. So you ain't only hurting them, you hurting yourself too.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. And Belinda says, Chelsea, you own it. Yes, I'm telling you. And y'all, here's the thing. before we went live, just I'm so nervous.
I'm
listen,
still nervous. My hands over here
y'all
sweating.
See, I'm not
my
doing,
armpits
doing. Who doing
something.
all the talking though? Tasha said yes. He is placing the friends he took away, replacing the friends he took away. And your mom says, of course, it's an awesome thing. Brittany says, this is real good, y'all. Let go of the liabilities, embrace the assets. That is so true. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I was holding on to the liabilities, just holding myself back. Mm-hmm. But then it says, amen. Michelle says, yes. Diaria says, yes, he did. And that post was the truth. Your mom says, Lord, this is manifested prayer. I give him glory. I know them in a lot of prayers. Lord have mercy. Ooh, Lord Chelsea, you and Nadia to have parents like that, I'd be scared to go. Scared. Yes, and Ava says, and I'm so comfortable and at peace in my aloneness. Me too, Avis. I mean, sometimes I'm so content with being by myself. It scares me. Like this year, I mean, normally every year for my birthday, I normally take myself out. Mm-hmm. And this is probably maybe I don't know if it's a bad or good thing, but I turn my phone off. I don't respond to texts. I may respond to some Facebook posts, but for the most part, I like to be by myself on my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I invited people to celebrate with me Friday, but I may change my mind, right? So I'm just letting y'all know.
You have to celebrate your life. You celebrate what I've learned to do. Like when I said 28, when I turned 28, I said I'm going after everything I want. Mm-hmm. So what I've done, I'm putting a declaration on each year. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, okay, God, I'm going for this. Whether I get to it December 30th, December 31st, whatever the last day of December is, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm going to get it. This is my, you know what I'm saying? And for 28, I'm like, God, I done failed a lot. And what I learned, especially in this year, is what I thought was healthy was just swollen. And we learned that on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And what is swollen is not just healthy. And I've been working even in my business and I thank God for it and all of this other and everything that he's done. But we even think about, our business is doing so good this year and this, that, and but then with this change or with just this better revelation, God said, truth be told, your business was just swollen. It wasn't healthy because if you truly served me and put me first and did the things that I asked of you in the beginning, right? You know what I'm saying? You thought it was swollen. It would be real hefty, a real healthy gal. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. My mama said, you a real healthy gal. That means I'm big and I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? But that's even, what we'll do in life. If we was to listen, I had my license since 2016. I actively started using it in 2020, 2019, like actively using it. So I was bartending for a while and making good money. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But God, and then I moved to doing this and I'm like, well, dog, I'm making more than I was bartending. Well, God was like, well, if you would have listened to me in the beginning, you were swollen. Right. Because you was meeting your needs. I made sure that you met your needs, but you wasn't healthy in the things that you were doing. Right. So now I'm moving from just being swollen to being healthy, a big old hefty gal. Right. That's a whole word. I want to be a big old hefty gal. Okay. That's a whole word right there. Let me go back. Let me see what comments what I missed. Diaria says, "It's my peace I'm going to protect." Absolutely. And Tammy says, no, Clary says, right, my peace. And Tammy says, yes, block queen. Oh, she calling me a gluck. Listen, don't do that. Tammy, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I block everybody. I block. That's what she called me, the block queen. I block everybody. I do. Miss Belinda says, celebrate the new you. Your mom says, we are learning at the tower. Yes, we are. Miss Rayvon says, I'm watching. Hey, Miss Rayvon. Oh, look. Oh my God, big old healthy business. I don't want to just be swollen. I'm going to be the good old healthy. And that would big old. I can hear Brittany say that. That's our saying. We say, "Oh, you're a big old healthy gal." and your mom says, "Swole, not healthy." and Kimberly says, "Hey, ladies, hey Kim." And I think, and you guys, if I miss some comments, I do apologize. I'm trying to catch this, so they're coming so fast, but
but yeah, now listen, you've been all nervous and look, it's been over an hour.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I said, "Oh, it's 7:45, so we might be about done." I told you should see my hands. My hands like this underneath the table the whole time. So I'm nervous. It's just I'm channeling it through my hands.
So you know what I see, and I see in the future that I see a franchise with More Than Skin. I see franchises in different locations. I also see the fact that like I said, it's a ministry. And I see just how you were a couple Sundays ago. I see you speaking out more in regards to that, because you caught everybody off guard, right?
Because I don't talk.
Yeah, you caught, because like I said, that day I had a women's empowerment, but I rewatched it when I got home. I watched it again. I showed it to Kadarius, and he was like, "That's Miss Chelsea." I was like, "Yeah, that's Miss Chelsea." And then, like I said, I watched it a couple more times before I did the podcast today. So yeah, you are definitely. I see. This is just the beginning. You haven't even stretched the surface. How they say stretch the surface yet? It's going to be much like your face is going to be. I see it. Your face is going to be on billboards.
Amen.
And like I said, More Than Skin, you're going to have franchises. So you got to stay the course, stay focused.
Yes.
And, everybody, like you said, it don't feel good, but these people and things have to be revealed. And I keep telling myself, because even before, and I keep saying this, like I said this on several occasions, I said it was on me to start a podcast, but I was like, nah, who gonna listen to me?
Yeah. A lot of people listen. Let me tell you something. Everybody. Like, I thought I used to tell my husband when we first got married, I don't like going nowhere with you because we can't walk nowhere and don't nobody know you. You the same way. You know everybody plus their mama, their grandma. You probably know people that wasn't even here no more. You can track it. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't for no reason. Like this is, and what I like, even when we talk about what happened that Sunday, that was before all hell broke loose, literally.
Yeah.
That was before, but I just didn't know what was happening. But what was said was, when you say something over a mic and you put that in the air, you better be ready for it.
Right.
And that's even with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't do this and put this out here for nothing. Well, you don't think that you're going to be tried by the things that you say, whether you in the conversation or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to remind yourself about that. It's just, this is why I'm being tried. They see it. They know, they jealous, So, you're doing great, and I'm proud of you. And I was surprised when I came here. I was like, oh, this is so fancy. This is all fancy and real bourgeois, like, I was like, oh, this is, I thought we was just gonna go to your house and, sit in front of a computer or something, and nah, got a whole green screen, and I feel like I'm on the Breakfast Club or something, I feel real bourgeois. So, you ain't half stepping. And when you do something wholeheartedly and, God sees your heart, he going to bless that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he want to see if he can trust us with it.
Right.
So he trying to see, hey, even though this ain't technically yours, you know what I'm saying? Can I trust you to treat this as if it is, so I can go ahead and bless you with yours? So yeah, this real nice stuff. Y'all should see. I feel, this is something like we see on TV.
And I'm gonna go through some of the comments. Your mom says, prophesy to. Oh no, it's just what I see. I can see your name in lights. I can see that. And Titi says, I'm not for sure, but I'm thinking she once worked at Chili's.
I did, girl. That was me.
If so, I remember my husband said she's going places in life.
Amen.
Wow. And then, and funny thing that you say that when you said you was working with Miss B.
Yeah,
I remember saying, "Hey, she's so sweet."
Yep, I remember you. I remember you very well.
And Kim says, "I was thinking the same thing." Probably. Oh no, don't y'all put that in probably. No, I don't. That's a true statement. Miss Belinda says, yes, she's formerly of Chili's.
That was my spot.
Your mom said she did work there until your husband. I said, thank you for seeing better in her way back then.
Amen.
And Avis is laughing. TT says, He said that years ago. Wow.
I met a lot of people at Chili's. I love it was a good stepping stone. It taught me a lot.
Oh God. And then Kimberly said, God showed you that tour. I mean, I can only say what I see. And then it's like, as long as I've been knowing Chelsea, her spirit has always been such a beautiful spirit. And Tammy says, you have been ministering in your business a long time, Miss Chamberlain. You have just been running. Tori was running also, but now you're fast walking. Look at God.
Yes, fast power walking.
Fast walking.
It's good.
Well, looks like Brian, I'm a little frozen, y'all, but I'm gonna keep talking. But we have been talking for an hour and 19 minutes. So Chelsea, what I want you to do, I want you to reiterate, and let me go over this comment. And Coco says, I just love me some Chelsea.
I love Coco.
And what I want you to do is reiterate, tell everyone your business name and location and what they need to do in order to tell them all your social media handles and also what they need to do to book an appointment.
Okay. I am the owner and esthetician of More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. It's located on West Evans Street, 1801D West Evans Street, Suite 108. My personal Facebook is Chelsea Chamberlain. And my business one is More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. And you can book through the website is on my personal Facebook page. If not, I will see if she can put it in below in the comments of how to book, but it's real easy. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me. Please contact me between 8 a.m. and about 6:30 p.m. After that, before you will not get a call. Okay.
And also, tell them your social media handles as well.
Facebook and that's all I really be on Facebook, Instagram, but I don't really post on there.
So do you have your business have an Instagram? Okay.
Yeah. My business, it's Facebook is More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. And my personal one is Chelsea Chamberlain.
Okay, cool. Now, do you check your, because I know I ask people all the time, especially business owners, do you frequently check your inboxes? Because I know I don't.
I do check my inboxes.
Okay,
I
cool.
check my inbox.
Okay.
I might not check the actual Facebook. So if you're trying to get a contact with me, don't leave a message underneath a post. Message me, because that's what I'll see. And people will leave it underneath a post and I haven't. And just to let everybody know, this Friday is Facial Friday, $35 40-minute facials. You better get it while spots are available.
And they're going to be going fast.
And they go quick. I just put it out there today.
And Diaria put it up there. Book More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. Brittany says same thing. More Than Skin Beauty Bar. Look at it. They got your back. Tammy says it was all worth it. This is getting gooder each time. Your mom says More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. TT says yes, skin. And Ava says, Tori, it's been years, but I'm proud of you. Mama has been singing your praises. Oh, don't make me cry. So I had to check you out. What a blessing you both have been this evening. Oh, I'm about to cry.
Yeah. I told you be out there. People be talking.
Goodness.
The word of mouth is the best advertisement. I promise you. People, you can post stuff all day, but like people talk. Everyone talks so good about you. Like I promise you, everybody and their mama know you, and there's nothing I've never heard. That's why somebody was like, "Well, like, you said that somebody said something about your like what? Like, girl, get beat up." I know not.
And Brittany says Facial Friday. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Diara says, I'm so godly proud of my sister, friend, cousin. That's what you talk. That's what I'm saying. That support system is thick.
Yeah.
And then let me go, TT. Let me tell you, book that appointment, child. You will not regret it. I'm telling you. Me and my son, we're addicted.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. That means y'all got me crying. Okay, it's time to go. Could you see my eyes literally watering up for real?
Yes, this is good for the soul. It allows. I like this. I love what you're doing, and it allows people to not feel like. You know how you can feel like you the only one going through something until somebody comes and then we talking and then people on Facebook saying, "Oh, it must be in the air." Okay, God, I ain't crazy then. So it ain't just me, God. You doing something. So let me just hold on. So I love this. It gives it confirmation, and it's encouraging to just know that, you know, you're not alone in that, you know, God sees us, and we're, as long as we, you know, stay focused. That's the thing. Staying focused.
Oh,
and if we trip and fall, don't stay there. Just get up and keep.
Just why you all in my head? I was gonna say that.
What?
When you trip and fall, don't stay there.
Yeah, you got to get back up.
Oh,
you got to get back up.
Brittany says, yes, both of y'all are doing great things. Proud. Thank you, Brittany. Kimberly says, oh, I need a good Kim book, girl. I will send you the link.
Please.
This Rayvon says, that's what up. Do it, Tori. Diaria says, Tori, great work. Thank you, Diaria. The blessings will keep coming. I'm hoping so. Y'all just keep me in your prayers. Tori Williams, you already know I may need a few lessons because you know I'm shy. Thomasina, I'm shy too. I'm very shy. Y'all better receive all of this. Oh, I'm receiving it. I'm taking it out. I'm very humbled by it. I take nothing for granted. And Kimberly says, what a blessing, two women of God. Hey, Kimberly Davis, and also Kimberly Jeanette. Thank you. Definitely need the link. I will definitely send you the link when we sign off. But once again, Chelsea, I am so honored that you took time out of your busy schedule. Like I said,
only for having me.
Because I only been trying to get you for about 2 years. But like I said,
I kept telling Brittany, I said, Brittany, I'm gonna call Tori. I'm gonna text Tori. I promise you. And then it just never. But you know what? It's the right timing, because if I'd have came before, that ain't it. That the right Chelsea came this time. You know, God had to wait till I got it a little bit together. You know, because if not,
listen, God's timing is always the right timing. And Miss Dolores says, awesome. Belinda says, my first time watching your podcast. Truly proud of you both, my sisters. Thank you so much, Belinda. And you guys, like I said, make sure you book those appointments. Because matter of fact, my son is already fussing at me about, you know, I'm slacking. Because normally I book his appointment in a month in advance. But listen, I was looking forward to my birthday. But when this happened, that's why I had to check myself, right? I'm telling you, literally. And this happened to me last week before I went on the air. It's like the attack happened like right before, and I had to get my mind right. I had to listen to some worship music before I come to the studio, make sure my mind right, because I don't want the wrong spirits on me.
Trust me on this. I said, God, listen, you gonna have to really, because she giving me this topic, and you know, I've been doing all right for the couple of days, but you know my mouth, like you know me. So,
and TT says, Kimberly said, oh yes, I'm trying, and Kim is laughing. Okay, but y'all, I need y'all to make sure you book those appointments. And D Money says, podcast number 2, you did real well. Awesome job. Thank you so much.
That was great.
So make sure you guys book those appointments, and tell her Tori sent you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might get a little song. Well, not if you book this Friday. You ain't getting nothing off. It's already a little song.
It's already just.
But you know, if you wait, you might get a little song. You know, maybe a little song on the extra.
And you know what? You might tell Justin, I saw you on the podcast. You know, and like I said, you never know who's watching. So people that may not have known about More Than Skin, maybe exposed now. I'm like, oh, let me go, and because they already know. I'm not gonna promote something that ain't good.
Yeah, we do know that.
Listen, if it's good, I'm a promote it. So, but with that being said, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up because I done took up an hour and a half of Chelsea's time. But I thank you so much, and I definitely want to next time. I would love to. I want to do something with couples.
Okay,
so next time you might want to bring
Daquan.
Yeah, so both of y'all can come next time.
Listen. You know, we ain't the same. We the same, but we not the same. Lord Jesus, that's gonna be funny.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence. She said Chelsea Chamberlain, Tori Williams are an awesome show tonight. Thank you so much, Miss Dee. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And thank you guys all for watching. And like I said, I always tell you guys that if you would like to be on the show, you can email me at faithisnecessary@gmail.com. You can also send me topics if you know, because there's some people that are shy. Like, I'm scared. I ain't going. What you laughing at, Chelsea? I missed something. What Tammy said?
That her family. She already know. That they family. Listen.
So if you would like to be on the podcast, you can email me at faithisnecessary@gmail.com, or you can contact me. You can text or leave me a voicemail. That's 843-920-8124. That's 843-920-8124. And make sure you guys book that appointment.
Please.
More than and like I said, that's Facial Fridays this Friday.
It's this Friday.
Yep. So how often do you do that?
I do it once a month. Oh, it's once every month.
I should have. I might admit. See,
but that'd be like the hardest day to get in. Like,
really?
Unless you like on it. But no, like now it's still a few left. But yeah, it's Facial Fridays.
It's for the evening because I got an appointment.
It's all day.
Okay, I might see if I might see if I can get in where I fit in on Friday.
Yeah. So yeah, please do.
Oh goodness. And tell me we act. You know what? And De'Ara said, "Put that coin on." Yeah, put that coin on. Tell the coin to come on.
We'd like to come. Yeah, come on, have us.
Because see, for me, I'm gonna just say this, and then we're gonna end it. But for me, I'm a single myself. And I love seeing healthy marriages because a lot of people, they say, well, marriage is just a piece of paper. It's more than just a piece of paper. To me,
that piece of paper make a difference.
You know what I mean?
I'm 28. I got married at 23. So,
girl, let me tell you something.
And we just now somewhat kind of getting it together. Like we just now getting it together. But you're gonna just now learning for real. You know what I'm saying?
But you're gonna constantly evolve.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the same.
I love being married. Like it's amazing because
please say that again. I love what?
I love being married.
What? Say it again.
I love being married. I do. I love being married. He is my best friend. Like,
and that's how
he's truly my and best friend. So I absolutely when you marry for the right reasons,
right,
and it'll work.
Right.
You leave work to go to work, but it's good work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta. Us women make a difference when it comes to that marriage. Let's just put that out there. That's what I'm learning. My mama kept saying it, but now like I really, really know. Like the woman make the woman make the difference, and it takes a strong woman to remain strong. If the man's willing to,
Let me go through these comments because you dropped the bomb. Yes, that's right. Healthy marriages. Tammy, that is awesome. Coco says, yes, love being married, cousin. The best thing I did. Quita got the hearts. TT says, hold on. I miss it. She says, honey, I love being married and I love my husband. Yeah, Ken got you spoiled. Yeah, I bet you would love being married. And Kimberly says, marriage will work if you work it. Mr. Laura says, yep. Yes. And Coco says 5 years in and we're going to keep this love train going. I know that's right. And Mr. Tony said that's 100%. Hey, Mr. Tony.
Yeah, the woman make a difference. You have to, you gotta. My mama said, listen, you, and this because truth be told, like men will slack off. Y'all will slack off. Like it just it's not even with your sons. Like they'll do something for a minute, but then they slack off. So you have to keep them. Hold them accountable. You have to hold them at a standard and make them constantly come up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't slack off, because when you slack off, then you turn around and say, okay, God, what in the world is going on?
Right. And
it's realized that you slacked off, girl.
Mm-hmm. And I actually saw a gentleman post a quote earlier today, and it said that success with men, success is based on if you choose the right woman to have by your side. Because some woman is actually going to push you. Some women are going to push you in your purpose.
Yeah.
And some women will
tear you down.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. We got this thing in our mouths is and that makes a difference when it comes to a man, because either we can stroke their ego or we can tear it down. Either we can build them up or we can make them to nothing. Because you think about if a man hurt, like they be hurt. A girl done did that. Like we done did something. So we have to be careful of how we use this sword,
right?
Because he's only gonna be what you speaking to him and what you constantly stay on him about. Because it's for me. I was like, okay, God, I know what you showed me in him. I know why I know regardless of what's going on, I know what you showed me. So I have to hold on to that, and I have to hold him to that, because you can be it. You just slacking off, and you only slacking off because I'm slacking off.
Right.
So I have to be that okay, you gotta You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't, and they choose not to, hey, either you gonna get with it or get lost. But that comes with when you marry the right one, he gonna get with it.
Lord,
you know
have mercy. I'm gonna go through the comments and we're gonna wrap. We're gonna talk another 30 minutes. Mr. Lord says we'll be 5 years in this one. Oh, happy anniversary.
Everybody working on 5. I'll be 5 in November.
TT says 21. Yes.
Oh, that's a long time.
Lord. Miss Ava says 100. Yes, sir. Amen. Well, listen,
we go.
Listen, my husband ain't found me yet. So y'all
coming.
Listen, y'all pray that he finds me soon. Because matter of fact, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna end it. But someone asked me, Ashley asked me Sunday. I told my birthday was coming up, and she said, "Have you ever been married?" I was like, no. And then I start thinking today, let me tell you how the enemy was playing in my mind. Like, Tori, you gotta be 45 years old and you're not a wife yet. You see how the devil just really attacked my mind? Like, you haven't been and I start asking myself, am I good enough? But anyway, we're gonna end on that note. But as I
just ain't found you yet. That's all right.
Because I've been submitting and to the wrong one.
Yep. Or submitting to the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
So
so that's how you gonna do me.
Just saying. It ain't always a person. It's a thing. It could be a person, place, or a thing. So
Jesus, okay. All right. Okay. On that note, we're gonna end because you're stepping on my toes. But you guys are out, and always, like I always tell you guys, you may bend, but don't break, and all you do, always keep the faith. We out. Peace out.
Bye.